The track season of 2025 has delivered some jaw-dropping moments, but none as loud or as electrifying as Trayvon Bromell's thunderous return to the global spotlight. Just when the sprint world was locked into the brewing rivalry between Kenny Bednarek, Akani Simbine, and Kishane Thompson, boom! In comes Bromell like a lightning bolt out of Rome, resetting the tempo and rewriting the conversation. But the question stands, is this resurgence a one-off masterpiece or the beginning of a new reign? Let's unpack Bromell's stunning resurgence, examine the season's evolving sprint hierarchy, and break down how his 9.84-second demolition in Rome has completely shifted the narrative heading into Paris 2025. Trayvon Bromell's 2025 campaign didn't just begin with a bang, it erupted. After years of battling injury setbacks and inconsistent showings, many had quietly counted him out. But the Rome Diamond League flipped the script. On June 6th, at the Golden Gala Pietro Mania, Bromell scorched the track in 9.84 seconds, the fastest 100 meters of the year so far. That single performance shattered expectations and instantly crowned him the new world leader. It wasn't just that he won, it was how he won. Against a stacked lineup featuring Fred Kerley, Ferdinand Omanyala, and Emmanuel Ezimi, Bromell dominated from the gun. His explosive start, fluid transition, and fierce drive phase left his rivals scrambling in his wake. He didn't just reclaim relevance, he rewrote the sprint season. The catalyst for this resurgence? A strategic coaching change. In 2024, Bromell returned to work under Michael Ford, his former Baylor University coach, the same man who guided him to 2 NCAA titles. Now based in Waco, Texas, and training as both an athlete and volunteer assistant, Bromell has rediscovered rhythm, discipline, and most importantly, confidence. And the results showed early. A 6.62-second win over 60 meters at the Texas Tech Corky Classic and a silver at Millrose Games with 6.59 were strong signals. But it wasn't until he clocked 9.91 seconds in Claremont that whispers of a full-blown comeback began. Rome just sealed the deal. Let's be clear, this wasn't about proving doubters wrong. This was about Trayvon Bromell proving himself right. After falling short at the 2023 U.S. Championships and missing out on big finals, the Rome performance was personal. Bromell silenced the noise and turned focus inward. Execution over expectation. "I don't count on anybody else," he said post-race. "I just needed to be the person I am." And that's exactly who showed up in Rome, a laser-focused competitor with something to prove and everything to gain. To put this in perspective, Bromell's 9.84-second run was his fastest legal time since 2022, and only 0.08 off his lifetime best of 9.76 seconds. He beat Emmanuel Ezimi by 0.15 and Omanyala by 0.17, huge margins in elite sprinting. Fred Kerley, the 2022 world champ, was left in 5th at 10.06. That is not just a victory, it's domination. And for those wondering if it was a fluke, look at the race footage. Every phase of Bromell's sprint, start, drive, transition, finish, was dialed in. This wasn't just speed, this was surgical sprinting. Before Rome, the sprint headlines belonged to Akani Simbine and Kenny Bednarek. Simbine's 9.90 into a minus 1.4 headwind at the Botswana Golden Grand Prix made history. His 11th straight sub-10 season, a feat even Bolt didn't manage. Bednarek responded with a 9.87 at the Philadelphia Grand Slam, overtaking Simbine's world lead for 5 days. Then came Bromell. His 9.84 not only reclaimed the world lead, but reshuffled the power rankings. Now, with Noah Lyles looming, Olympic gold in his sights, and Kishane Thompson rising from the Jamaican camp, the road to Paris just got insanely crowded. What makes this comeback even more compelling is Bromell's emotional growth. Gone is the 2021 version that believed he was untouchable. Today's Bromell runs with humility, clarity, and purpose. "I'm never going to have that attitude again," he admitted, because you never know how somebody is feeling that day. That maturity might be his biggest weapon yet. In an Olympic season where pressure crushes even the greats, Bromell is sprinting with the wisdom of a veteran and the fire of a contender. The past few years have been brutal. From Achilles surgeries to crushing disappointments at championships, Bromell's journey has been defined by resilience. But instead of breaking him, these setbacks sharpened his focus. His Rome performance wasn't just physical, it was mental. By shifting his focus from being the fastest to being the most efficient, Bromell now runs with intention. He isn't just racing others, he's racing the version of himself that almost gave up. And right now, he's winning. From our lens at Track and Field Ting's Zone, Bromell's return is not a Cinderella story, it's a power play. He didn't just show up, he changed the game. His Rome triumph forces rivals and fans to rethink the sprint narrative heading into Paris. This isn't just Bednarek versus Simbine versus Thompson versus Lyles anymore. Bromell has entered the chat, loud, clear, and deadly fast. With the US Olympic trials around the corner, all eyes are on how this form holds up. Can Bromell deliver another sub-990 in pressure cooker conditions? Will he challenge Lyles and Bednarek for that top US spot? And what does this mean for other contenders like Simbine, Thompson, amongst others? Tokyo is shaping up to be one of the most competitive World Championships 100 meters in history, and Bromell just lit the fuse. So here's where we land. Can Bromell maintain this dominance when it matters most? Is this just the beginning of a new chapter, or the peak of a phenomenal return? And how will this influence the US Olympic team selection, especially with Bednarek already in beast mode? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Trayvon Bromell has what it takes to win World Championships in 2025? Who do you believe is the true 100-meter king this season? Bromell, Bednarek, Simbine, Thompson, or someone else? Well, guys, we'll just have to wait and see after trials. Once again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe for more deep dives and dramatic coverage from Track and Field Ting's Zone. Stay sharp, stay fast, and most importantly, keep the sports spirit alive.